Sipe asulang gonggong Mosaki pao chichi Iye diye sumiwayo Tukwasi chuku obi Mausong jongjo Iye wu Unsogu yedi kanya Soyen ike nani ike Tukwasi chuku obi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or anytime you are coming across this wonderful platform, Nnamdi's TV show. If you like what we do here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notifications, and that way you'll be able to know when we upload a new video. Here, we educate, inform the members of the public, we react to all forms of videos. This platform, Nnamdi's TV show, do not and will not in any way promote misleading information, hate speech, violence, or trying to instigate war. And I seize this opportunity to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information. So my great people of Biafra, you guys saw what transpired yesterday in court when Nnamdi Kanu'S appeared in court yesterday. There is something I want to be clarified here. If you think that I'm so interested that happens in court yesterday, I want you to be watching the video behind me here. Nnamdi Kanu'S walked into the courtroom. He was greeting people. He brought out his hand to greet somebody, and the person refused. I don't know whom he is. I don't want to make any comment on this until I am clarified about what this. I don't know if this is the ethics of court, so I wouldn't make. If you have knowledge about this and this particular video, the Nigerian media, they have been carrying it, saying that somebody is not Nnamdi Kanu'S in the court. Please, if you're a legal practitioner or you have knowledge about this, can you clear me in the comment section? And you guys saw what happens. Hi, I look at Nnamdi Kanu'S yesterday. I felt like crying. But when I remember this song that I just played here, that states that when things are difficult, you should put your trust in God. Biafra, our hope now is in God. And you guys know, in case if you're in Nigeria or in the world, you are using WhatsApp, there's an update. Nigerian government have changed everything. Maybe you ask your people, if you are posting any video or anything talking about or criticizing them, they have made a law about it that if you do something like that, they will come and grab you. This is an information you try to make inquiries about this. I look at Nnamdi Kanu'S, I felt like crying. Nnamdi Kanu'S is aging in DSS custody. Nnamdi Kanu'S anọla n'ime DSS. I know that freedom fighting is not easy, but nwoke atago afụfụ maka mụ na gị. So if there is anything you need to do, anywhere you need to help to see that he comes out, let us do it. To stay a day in DSS, according to Owazurike, who has been there before, he said ordinarily a day in DSS, hell is better than that place. You can imagine. But Nnamdi Kanu'S have spent roughly 3 years, and every day they go to court, there is no good news. And I think yesterday we didn't hear anybody coming to speak Umuchineke or telling us done and dusted. While your client is still in DSS, you are telling us done and dusted. And there's a video. I'm going to be playing series of videos here. Please take your time to watch these videos. A reaction of one of the northern elder who spoke about what Nigerian government is doing to Nnamdi Kanu'S, and of interview granted by Barrister Aloy Ejimafo. The media man or woman was asking him, why did Nnamdi Kanu'S change the council? I like that man, very intelligent. He said that everybody have right to change his or her counsel. So you will go down and watch this video. I'm not going to be explaining everything, but please, the answer to that video, I would like you to explain if you know more about it. Thank you so much.
Well, it was tough. There are a lot of issues that arose today that are unexpected, but I'm satisfied the way we address those issues on the spot. A little disappointment remains that the court could not do a bench ruling on the bail application today. See, our client here has been detained for almost 5 years, counting to when he was detained from 2015 to today. So each extra day he remains in detention is a blight on his right to his liberty. So every lawyer should fight to have him enjoy his bail, be granted bail, so he can enjoy some freedom from this almost 5 years of detention and almost 7 years of being in exile. 3 weeks is not too much, but I would have preferred a bench ruling today.
But so far today, the court gave some orders in favor of your client with regards to his change of attire.
Yes.
He has been wearing since 2021.
Yes.
That is a step in the right direction. How do you react to that?
Well, it is, even though it detracted from him having to wear his traditional clothing. A little bit of victory there is something to be happy about. So at least he can have a change of clothing since he was renditioned in 2021. So we're happy about it.
So was it? I want to know the reason behind the change of counsel. Is there a reason behind that? Because Michael Zekome...
There's only one reason. Every client everywhere in the world has a right to change his counsel anytime. I may not be the one here on 19th March. By the grace of God, I hope I will be, but it may not be me. That is the right. Clients do have under the law to change their counsel.
So as you prepare for trial, sir, on the 19th, what's your position on the 7 counts that he's going to be facing before this court?
We've always been ready for trial, but as my lord stated, trial is not for us to conduct. It's for the prosecution to conduct. Ours is to do cross-examination and put our defense at the end of the trial. We are ready.
Thank you very much.
The bail application is not meant to delay trial, as the prosecution suggested. No, we are ready. Thank you.
The Supreme Court agreed with all this, but in its wisdom, it went ahead to reinstate the 7 count charge earlier struck out by the court below, that is the Court of Appeal, and ordered a retrial of this case. Well, the Supreme Court is the apex court of the land. Nobody there is according to our big brother in the legal profession, Michael Zekome, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, he said that the Supreme Court is a big masquerade, you know. So we leave it at that. But the Supreme Court ordered a retrial of the court of the matter. I would have expected, with all due respect, I am not questioning the decision, you understand, because it's final. But in my own way as a legal practitioner, I would have expected that, having agreed that Nnamdi Kanu was illegally abducted from South Africa and kidnapped, and illegally extradited to Nigeria without following all the extradition processes both in Kenya and in Nigeria. Initially, before now, I was thinking that the Kenyan government was even part of this illegal abduction, but the Supreme Court laid that to rest to say that Kenyan government wasn't part of it. In fact, they were oblivious of what happened. Now, having agreed, with all the evidence presented by Nnamdi Kanu, who incidentally was the respondent in the matter, the Supreme Court, the list, with all due respect, that I expected the Court of Appeal to have done, the list was to order that Nnamdi Kanu be released on bail. You've agreed with all the indices. You understand? Breach of law, in fact, gross violation, brazen. These are some of the words, you understand, they use. Brazen, gross violation. You understand? You have agreed. Due processes was not followed. You also agreed that due processes is sine qua non, is very, very important to criminal charges. Not just criminal charges. In every trial, I would have expected that the Supreme Court should have said, okay, go home, so that you'll be coming from your home to the court. Since you asked for a retrial, go home so that you'll be sane. You'll be the young man will be in his right frame of mind. Because listen, you need to be in your right frame of mind to stand trial. The courts, I mean, there are so many judicial pronouncements on this fact. You need to be in the right frame of mind. So the Supreme Court would have asked him, go home, you know, make sure you come from the home, your house, to the court at any time you are needed. The Supreme Court, before I conclude, also acknowledged the fact that as at the time Nnamdi Kanu'S home in Abia State, you understand, was when the government, the state, through the military, with its Operation Python dance. The name is very ridiculous. Python that I have never seen danced. The only thing they do is to spit fire, you know, spit fire like a dragon, the mythical dragon. Now, the Supreme Court said, as at the time they did that, Nnamdi Kanu was under the custody of the law and not in the custody of the state anymore. So, and that they created a situation which made it impossible, absolutely impossible, for Nnamdi Kanu to be present. In fact, they said that it was only reasonable. Gentlemen of the press, I am not making these words up. In fact, I'm trying to quote the Supreme Court in verbatim. It was only reasonable for him to have escaped for his life and for his mental, physical well-being. The Supreme Court is the word physical well-being, but I wish to add that even the mental well-being is required for any man to stand this trial. And that is why in criminal trials, when it is discovered that an accused person or a defendant is not in the right in his mental state, they order that trial cannot go on. These are some of the privileges that such kind of persons enjoy. So honestly, with all due respect, why we honor, respect the judgment of the Supreme Court, and we cannot do otherwise. We respect it in its totality, you know, being the apex court of the land. But with all due respect, I still feel, in my view, in my most humble view, that the Supreme Court should have ordered Nnamdi Kanu to go home. You understand? I mean, on bail, to grant him bail, you know, and while the trial continues. I think that it will not be out of place for the Attorney General, a man I know very, very well, a very respected Attorney General, even before he became the Attorney General, to equally extend that olive branch to Nnamdi Kanu. After all, the charges are almost similar, if not the same. These are almost the same charges. So if you could, because what is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Look, nerves ought to be frayed in Nigeria. What we need in Nigeria today is peace.
Thank you once again, Barrister Nnamdi Kanu'S. So this is one of our legal luminaries for IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, so Barrister, please, in summary, what transpired today in court?
Well, thank you very much. What happened today in court was the bail application we filed was moved. We urged His Lordship to release Nnamdi Kanu as directed by the Supreme Court. And we also, in the course of moving the application, urged my Lord to be guided and persuaded by the judgments of other high courts, especially the high court in Umahia and the high courts at Enugu, where the issues of his leaving Nigeria was adequately canvassed and discussed. And we know that in those courts, the courts held that Nnamdi did not jump bail but rather was chased away from Nigeria by the Nigerian armed forces when they went to terminate his life in his house in Afaru. The prosecution, on the other hand, challenged the issue of bail, claiming that he jumped bail, but obviously the Supreme Court had taken care of that. The Supreme Court said in their judgment of December 15, 2023, that Nnamdi did not jump bail, but rather had to escape for the safety of his life and well-being, and that nobody should have revoked his bail in the first place, you know. So we thank God that today we were able to move that application. We were actually hoping also that we were going to have a ruling today, but eventually His Lordship was the opinion that bail, that they really had to wait until the 19th of March 2024, by which time she would have made up her mind whether to grant bail or not, or the conditions to attack the bail if granted. We're also looking forward to a hearing. Yes, she had directed the prosecution to file their witness statement on oath from the witnesses they have, and serve on us timeously so that we can prepare for our defense and cross-examination. So we're looking forward to a robust 19th of March, you know, when they will present whatever witness they have, and then we can also challenge those witnesses with our questions to determine the veracity or otherwise of what they are going to say. So that is precisely what happened today, and what we expect to happen in the nearest future between today and the 19th of March 2024.
Okay, thank you very much. And please,
My name is Nnamdi Kanu'S.
please, Barrister, the public has been in the know regarding Nnamdi Kanu'S health issue.
Yes.
So a simple question, and I believe the public also wants to, to know the updates. How is Nnamdi Kanu health-wise?
Well, from the medical reports made available to us, which we filed in court, his health is not too wonderful. He needs proper medical attention, and it's obvious that in the DSS facility where he's detained, there is no, they do not have the capacity or the enough facility to handle the situation, his health condition. You know, you can imagine a situation where samples of his blood have been taken over 25 times, you know, and yet there is no cure in sight. So we have also brought in an independent medical practitioner who also examined him and had come up with a conclusion that the situation he's having right now can lead to heart failure. And we know that DSS may not be able to have the facility to treat such conditions. You might even find it difficult to have it in the State House. You remember in the State House some time ago, the former First Lady said that they don't even have syringes. That is the clinic of the president.
Paracetamol.
They don't have paracetamol, they don't have syringes. So you can imagine them bringing an issue of heart before such facility. So we do not think they have the facility to take care of him health-wise, otherwise they would have done it. We also believe they do not have the facility to even manage him. You know, such deaths can come gradually. It can come gradually, and that is what I think we're experiencing, okay? But we are looking forward to a situation where this court can grant bail, then he can look for a good medical hospital that will handle his health condition and treat him, not just manage him, but treat
Council. Please. It's okay now.
Amen. Sorry. I'll tell you. Yes, sir. I'm live. I got it.
Hello my wonderful people, as we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.